Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick video and show you guys something. I bought this MOLLE panel, overhead panel from JcrOffroad. If you can see it there behind me. I actually ordered this before my Jeep came in. They say you a lot of times end up ordering your mods before you actually get your Jeep. In this case, it was true. I knew I wanted this, and there is some manufacturing time. I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks to actually get this thing built and shipped. So I ordered it before the Jeep came in, and then since then they've updated their website to say that there's a difference in the newer 2021 model Jeep Wranglers that have these type of latches on them. I guess they're heavier duty or thicker, I don't know what it is, but they say it's not compatible. And unfortunately I was real bummed when I read that on their website after I'd ordered it. But I emailed them and I said, hey, is there like any kind of mod, because I still really want to use this thing. And they said, no, it probably isn't going to work. We can arrange to have it returned. So that's cool that they said that, you know, but I still want to try and see if there's something I can do to make it work, just to kind of see what my options are. So I wanted to do a video and just show you guys what it looks like. I was real unsure initially. You know, I figured there's probably something I could do to modify this. I mean, I have an angle grinder, I have a welder, and it's plastic. How much more can it get? How much harder can it get? But so here's, if you can kind of see that, what's going on. The holes don't line up here because this piece is too thick. I got one in, but it kind of slopes upward. And I actually just to test fitment, I set the Freedom panel back on and it still latches, but obviously it's not going to be as secure missing that bolt. So what I'm thinking, I have two different ideas when I set this up here, is to just get something and grind a little bit of this plastic off down here at the very bottom. You know, that should help. I don't know if that'll get me all the rest of the clearance that I need to allow the bolt to, I wish I could get a better shot. That may not give me the extra clearance that I need to allow the bolt to go in there. Another option is if I can drill this hole. Unfortunately, it's an oval shaped hole, so it's going to be a lot harder to get that right. But if I could just grind the top of this off, maybe with like a carbide bit or something like that, that should give me a little bit more area so I can lower this MOLLE panel a little bit more and still get that bolt to fit through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a combination of those two things and see where that gets me and see if I can get this thing installed. So the first thing I need to do is cut some of this off, this low spot on this plastic, trim it up a little bit, and I'm going to try using a Dremel. We'll see how that goes. So it is just melting it, and then it's reheating, but it looks like I'm almost getting through. It's just like metal. Once you weld, the burrs can just, the slag is what we would call it if it was steel, just kind of knock off. So there, I could probably, if I wanted it to look nicer, get some sandpaper and just kind of sand it. I didn't cut too much off, but I think I'm going to try to get a little bit more. So there's where we got it now. That, I mean, you can tell it's been cut, but it doesn't look bad. You probably wouldn't notice it driving around. So there's the finished product. All I ended up having to do was use that Dremel, and that was it. And they still latch, you can hear it. There is still some grip to that, so it's still very functional. I'm super excited. One other modification I made was, and I put the Freedom panels back on just so you can see they're still accessible to be able to hit those latches and whatnot. But what the modifications that I had to make was The bolts included with the front of this were really big, and the hole that ended up drilling was really close to the edge, so the nut that was included was too big to fit up under this panel. So I just used some 1/4 inch bolts that I had, probably 1 inch, and I used those instead. They work just fine. I mean, it's not like this is really load bearing, it's just to keep it from moving. I also ran a thin strip of double stick tape, just some stuff I got at Harbor Freight, all the way between it. And the reason I did that was so that you're not getting metal on metal. There is a little bit of a buffer there, so once I cinched those bolts down, it's squeezing that, so I've got something else to keep it from, you know, from squeaking or making vibrations or something like that. So I'm super excited, can't wait. The next thing I'm going to do is put a Midland GMRS radio and hook it up to this thing. So excited. Stay tuned, like and subscribe so you don't miss that video whenever I get to it. Thanks for watching.